Look at that beautiful sunrise going on up there right now. More than music. Good morning. So it is 6 o'clock in the morning, and I am on my way to pick up my buddy Dom, and then to pick up a friend Sarah for a pretty exciting day. I'll let him explain what we're doing, but my alarm goes off in the morning. You know what's the funny part about getting up daily at 4:45 in the morning? The funny part is nothing's really early for you anymore, which is kind of good. Like in the sense of, unless something's happening before 4:30 in the morning, that would be considered, like, I guess, early for me. Even still, even if I had to set it for my alarm for 4:15, like, it's a half an hour earlier than I usually get up. Like, that's the beauty of getting up so early, is there's really nothing that's too early for me. In fact, actually, it's 6 o'clock right now. I'd be getting home from the gym right now on a normal day. Like, I'm passing the gym as we speak. I'd be getting home from the gym at this point. And I see the people that I'm usually at the gym with leaving. 6 o'clock is not that early for me. I still got up at my normal time, you know, do my devotional, took a shower, and I'm, like, ready to go. Chipper, as some might say. The difference, though, is on the other side, I do not like being up late. For example, when I went to that studio and I left at 11:30 at night, like, that was late for me, you know, and I don't like being up late. So that's the flip side of it. I love being up early, but I do not like being up late. All right, Dom, where are we going, bro? Dom, I talk about you on the YouTube channel all the time as the guy with all the gear.
I'm Dom.
that lends me so much gear. But where are we going today?
We are first going to Martin Museum to check out a bunch of guitars, and then we're going to go to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, where the largest music fest in America is, and check out the steel stacks.
I'm pumped. Let's get going. So this is what you get when you have three musicians in a car. We have Dom jamming on in here. Sarah just showed her sick EP. Shout out to Sarah. And we are stuck in traffic. We actually made it. Where are we, Dom? We're like in the Bronx right now, right?
Yeah, we're on the Cross Bronx Expressway.
In the Bronx. So we
sitting in front of an accident.
We made it here pretty quickly, though. Like, I'm pretty surprised how fast we got into the Bronx. Do you know why it's called the Bronx? Why all the boroughs are, like, for example, it's Kings County, which is like Brooklyn. It's New York County, which is Manhattan. It's whatever, Staten Island. Do you know why it's called the Bronx?
Why?
Because it was actually a family. It was the Bronx family that owned a majority of the property back in the day, and that was what turned into the county. That's why it's, you could tell, like, if somebody's not from New York if they just call it Bronx. Otherwise, it's known as the Bronx. Little New York history. Coming to the city on 2 hours of sleep. I let go. Don't know where to go and where we gotta be. Something, This is Sarah Zano. Listen, no, the full Jacob Restituto discography. She sings on the song "Making Money."
Yes, I was listening to that the other day. Actually.
Really? And then also on the remix of "Without You," a couple years back. So, hello, Sarah. You're also in the choir for the new choir version of You.
I am. I'm the star.
So where are we right now?
We're at the diner. Wait, what state is this? Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
We're in Pennsylvania. We're at this random diner that, as you can see, is like just like the randomest place on earth. And
we were looking for a sketch. Dom, what were we saying? We were looking for.
We wanted a sketchy diner to make sure the food is rotten and good.
No, the sketchier the diner, the better the food.
Yeah.
Yeah, we needed to really test out the vibes.
Yeah, we don't want no chain.
It is chilly.
This diner's a little too nice. We want one of those like movie style diners, right, Dom?
Absolutely.
Here we are, pulling up to Martin Guitar Co. So my day got cut a little short because my wife had an appointment at the doctor's today. Turns out she had high blood pressure, and they sent her to the hospital for monitoring. Tiny Tudo might be coming sooner than we think. So I am now on my way back, about a little less than a 2.5 hour drive, and meeting her at the hospital. So a little change in plans for today, but hey man, God's in control. I'm really, really consciously trying not to worry. What am I gonna do? What can worrying do? Like, it's in God's hands. Like, there's literally nothing I can do. So worrying is not going to help. So I'm trying to be confident in that, trust that he's with us no matter the circumstance, good or bad. And now it's time for some faith to kick in action. Okay, so update. Jamie is likely going to be discharged from the hospital because her blood pressure went down significantly, which is great. I actually wish that I recorded the situation that I was just in. With the amount of New York honking was unbelievable. People just wailing on their horns from every direction. Cars going in every direction. My Apple iPhone GPS telling me to make a left-hand turn on a one-way street. Like, insanity. I was like, about 25 minutes ago, I was 55 minutes away. Now, I'm still 53 minutes away. And to add on to that, Jamie's probably going to be discharged, which is great. Thank God. But that means that I'm probably going to meet her at home. And at home, I'm an hour and 40 minutes away from home. So trying really, really hard to keep my calm. Because it's all good things. It could be so much worse. I could be stuck in this traffic and Jamie could be having the baby right now and I could be missing it. Honestly, it could be worse with Jamie's health. And I could still, again, be missing it and not there because of all this frustration and traffic. So you know what? Take a breather and shake it off. Yeah, okay, it sucks. An hour and 40 minutes drive. So that means I've been driving for 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, okay, whatever. At least my wife is safe. At least my baby's safe. Like, get over it. Take a deep breath. It's all good. It could be so much worse. It's all good. So while I have the time and I'm still driving, still have about 50 minutes left, let me talk about the experience of going to Martin Guitar Factory. It was really cool to see the history of the guitars, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. As somebody that has owned a Martin guitar, really likes the sound of Martin guitars, I was highly disappointed with the factory in the sense that it kind of felt like almost like a sweatshop to some degree. Because there was just so many different stations and everybody had their one little section, which I get. You know, you want to be specialized in your section, but they didn't necessarily look like they really cared about their specialization, that they were just kind of hired help. It almost looked like that this was just their day job. They come and I'm the guy that, you know, sands this part of the guitar. But I went there and I actually turned me away from wanting to buy a Martin. Because like so many things are made by machine. They have robots doing this and cutting this and lasers doing that and cutting that and sanders sanding this and sanding that. And it's like, and then you add on top of that the fact that they make 150 guitars a day and there's 300 employees touching different parts of or like 300 different jobs essentially touching different parts of the guitar. And it's like, you know, when you're touching that many guitars, you don't really care about the guitar you're working on. It's just another in the assembly line. And it made me sad to see. I was like, you know, I'm like, where's the passion? You know, I want somebody to really care about the guitar that they're making me, not just one that's just off the factory line. I don't know. I found it very interesting, and I think I'll make a full video on it. But the difference, though, is like the Jack Daniel's distillery, which I'm not even a fan of Jack Daniel's. Like, that's the funny part. Like, not even a big fan of it. But seeing the passion that they had towards their product actually inspired me to want to like it. Dissimilarly, I felt like a tour guide at Martin was like a dud. Like, it had no emotion, was kind of rude, and it made the experience kind of like, okay, like not that enjoyable, you know, where Jack Daniel's lady made it so much fun. Great experience. That could be too, but like you could just feel the passion that they had, and I appreciated to some degree how I feel like Jack Daniel's kind of kept, I felt like it was a little bit more true to their roots, where Martin I feel like is like modernizing with technology and modernizing with demand. I don't know. I'm gonna make a full video with my full thoughts, but I found that very interesting.